Hello, I'm Katie Ray Preston, and this is my hour submission. We're gonna get started today laying down on your mat completely. Ground down through your palms. Start to breathe in and out your nose. Long inhales and long exhales. As you practice today, I want you to set your intention towards grounding. On a physical level, grounding involves practicing yoga poses that facilitate a connection to earth. Grounding keeps the yogi focused on the present moment and creates a shift in consciousness. I hope you'll keep this in mind as you practice here today. We're going to take some intentional breaths together. Bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart. I want you to breathe in through your nose and sigh it out your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and sigh it out your mouth. One more time, breathe in through your nose and sigh it out your mouth. Come back to your regular breath, those long inhales and long exhales, in and out your nose if possible. From here, I want you to bring your knees up into your chest, hug them in. Take some small circles to the right on your low back. And then switch directions, circle to the left. Come back to neutral. We're going to bring our right knee in with both hands towards our right shoulder. Send that left leg long down your mat. Trying to keep that left hip planted on the ground as you hug your right knee in. On your next exhale, guide your right knee over across your body with your left hand. We're going to bring our right hand out in a T position, eyes gaze out over your right fingertips. Pushing that right knee down with your left hand. Breathing through the twist. On your next exhale, come back to center. Hug your left knee in. We're going to send that right leg long down your mat. Keeping those long inhales and long exhales. On your next exhale, bring your right knee over towards the right side of the ground with your right hand. Bring that left arm out in a T position. Eyes gaze out over the left fingertips. On your next exhale, come back to center. We're going to bring both hands behind your thighs. Just start to gently roll up and down, building some momentum. Coming into a seated position on your mat. From here, I want you to take your right hand down to the ground. We're going to lift up our left hand up towards the sky, grow tall, and then over to your right. On your next exhale, come back to center. We're going to bring that left hand down to the ground beside you. Send that right hand up, grow tall, and then over to your left. On your next exhale, come back to center. I want you to take your right hand back behind you. You let your left hand to your right knee. We're going to grow tall and then twist over to your right. Breathing through the twist. On your next exhale, come back to center. Take that right hand to your left knee, your left hand back behind you, grow tall, and then twist. On each inhale, grow tall. On each exhale, twist a little bit further. On your next exhale, come back to center. We're going to send those legs out long in front of us. Find your sit bones. Bring your hands up overhead and fold forward. We're just getting warmed up, so if you need to bring your hands to your shins or ankles, please do so. Just keep a nice flat back as you fold forward. On your next exhale, rise up. We're going to bring our left foot into our right thigh. Square your shoulders and gently fold forward over your right leg. On your next exhale, rise up. We're going to bring our left hand back behind us. Come up on that left shin and reach up and over towards the back of the room with your right hand. Point that right toe. Get a big stretch through the right side body. On your next exhale, come back down. We're going to switch it out. Send that left leg long down your mat. Bring your right foot in towards your left thigh. Arms come up overhead and fold forward. On your next exhale, rise up. We're going to plant that right hand back behind us. Come up on your right shin. Bring your left arm up and over, reaching towards the back of the room. Point that left toe. Get a big stretch through the left side body. On your next exhale, come back down. We're going to bring that left foot to meet our right, coming into butterfly pose. Bringing those feet back towards your body, ground down through those knees towards the earth. Nice flat back as you crawl your hands out and fold forward. Stay right here or come down on your forearms. We're still getting warmed up. This is a big hip opener, so take it easy. On your next exhale, crawl those hands back towards your body. We're just gonna bring our knees and feet out beside us, coming into a tabletop position. From here, just take some cat-cows on your own breath. Feel free to take any movement your body feels like you need today. I'm merely a guide, so if at any moment you feel like you need something more, or if you need to take child's pose, please feel free. This is your practice. When you're ready, meet me back in neutral tabletop. Keep that left hand planted. We're going to send that right hand up to the sky and then thread through behind your left wrist. Drop your right shoulder, right ear down to the ground. You can keep your left hand planted on your mat, or if you'd like to find the bind and find your right hip crease with your left hand, you can do that as well. On your next exhale, release the bind if you took it. Bring that left hand back down to the mat. We're going to send our right hand up to the sky for the counter stretch and meet me back in tabletop. From here, keep that right hand planted. We're going to send our left hand up to the sky and then thread through behind your right wrist. Drop that left shoulder, left ear down on the mat. Keep your hand planted on your right hand planted on your mat, or take the bind, find that left hip crease. Opening up your chest if you're in the bind. On your next exhale, release the bind. Bring your right hand down to the mat. Send your left hand up for the counter stretch. And then meet me back in neutral tabletop. From here, we're going to come into our first down dog. Might be your first one of the day. So take some time, pedal out those feet. Pushing your chest towards your thighs. Pushing your shoulders away from your ears. Pedal out those feet. On your next exhale, start to take some little tiny steps up towards your hands. We're going to pause in that forward fold. Bring your feet about hips width apart. We're going to grab opposite elbows with your hands, coming into ragdoll. You can keep a slight bend in your knees. Let your head and neck hang long. You might sway back and forth, side to side. On your next exhale, heel toe your feet out a little bit wider than hips width apart. We're going to plant that left hand down. Send your right hand up to the sky. You can bend into that left leg if you need to. On your next exhale, bring that right hand down, switch it out. Left hand comes up to the sky. Bend into that right leg if you need to. Opening up that chest to the side of the room. On your next exhale, bring your left hand down. Heel toe those feet in to hips width apart again. And we're just gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time, slowly. It's normal to be lightheaded after a forward fold that long, so just take your time. Ground down through your feet, each corner of your foot. Mountain pose. Bring those hands beside you. Flex those fingers out wide. Take your shoulders down and away from your ears. Really ground down through those feet. I want you to feel as if you are ripping the mat in two by taking your legs in opposite directions. This can be such a powerful pose if you let it be. We're going to take some intentional breaths together. Bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Inhale through your nose and sigh it out your mouth. Inhale through your nose and sigh it out. Bring your hands back down. Flutter your eyes open if you had your eyes shut. We're going to bring our hands up and overhead. I want you to take your left wrist with your right hand. We're going to grow tall and then over to the right, getting a big stretch through that left side body. On your next exhale, come up to center. Switch out your hands. Take your left hand to your right wrist. Grow tall and then over to your left. Breathing through the stretch. On your next exhale, come back to center. Cactus your arms open wide, using those shoulder blades to pull your chest open. Take a slight back bend if you can. Send those arms back up. We're going to take a swan dive down. Forward fold. Come up into a half lift, making a 7 with your body. Nice flat back. And on your exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. We're going to just step back into a plank position. From here, I want you to take your knees down to your mat. Untuck your toes. And slowly, as if you were doing a push-up, bring your chest down to your mat. Plant the tops of your feet and your forehead. We're going to bring our arms out into a T position. Roll over onto the right side body, bringing your left foot to rest on your mat behind your right knee. Keep your left hand planted on the mat in front of you, or if you'd like to take the bind and bring that left hand back behind you, you can do so as well. On your next exhale, come back into center. We're going to bring those arms back out into a T. This time, roll on over to your left side body, bringing that right foot to rest behind your right knee, your left knee. Keeping that right hand planted on your mat. Or if you took the bind on the other side and want to do so again, bring that right hand behind your back. On your next exhale, come back to center. Bring both hands to plant on each side of your chest. Plant those toes down. We're gonna use our low back muscles to pull us up into cobra. Taking the weight out of your hands, really using your low back muscles. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, come back down. Inhale, and on the exhale, come on up into cobra again. Inhale, and on your exhale, come back down, forehead to the mat. One more time. Exhale, come up into cobra. Take it a little bit further if you can. This is the last one here. And come back down, forehead to the mat. We're just gonna push back in to a child's pose. Knees out wide, toes to touch. Sit back on your heels. Bring your arms out wide in front of you. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention of grounding and what that might mean for you in your life. On your next exhale, tent up on your fingertips. Really pull those shoulder blades down towards your low back, getting a big stretch through your arms, your biceps, your triceps, your upper body, your lats. And on your exhale, come back into tabletop position. Take a breath here, and on your exhale, we're going to transition into down dog. From here, raise your right foot up to the sky. We're going to bend at the knee and take big circles to the right. And then switch directions, circle to the left. Come back to neutral. Step through your right hand or your right foot to meet your hands. We're going to stay in that low runner's lunge. Bring your left knee down to your mat. Untuck your toes. We're going to start to straighten into that right leg. Grab a block if you need it. Keep a nice flat back as you fold forward, half splits. On your next exhale, start to rebend into that right knee. We're gonna keep that left knee planted on the ground. Bring your right or your hands up overhead, pushing your hips forward, coming into low crescent lunge. Cactus your arms open wide, open your chest. Arms back overhead. Bring your hands down to frame your right foot. Come back up on those left tiptoes, bringing your left knee off the mat. We're gonna keep our left hand planted. Peel your right hand up off the ground, bringing it up to the sky for the twist. On your next exhale, bring your right hand down. We're going to step our right foot back to meet the left. Move through a chaturanga or meet in down dog. From here, raise the left foot up to the sky. Bend at your knee. We're going to circle to the right. And then switch directions. Circle to the left. Come back to neutral. Step through to your hands. Pausing in that low runner's lunge, we're going to bring our right knee down. Untuck your toes. Start to straighten into that left leg. Grab a block if you need it. If you need to stay tented up on your hands, you can do that as well. Just keep a nice flat back as you fold over that left leg, half splits. On your next exhale, start to rebend into that left leg. Keep that right knee planted. We're going to bring our both hands up overhead, low crescent lunge, pushing those hips forward to the front of the room. Cactus your arms open, using those shoulder blades. Open your chest. Arms back overhead. Come down, frame your left foot. Bring your right toes up off the mat, right knee off. Keep that right hand planted. We're going to bring our left arm up to the sky. On your next exhale, bring that left hand down. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Move through chaturanga or meet in down dog. From here, right foot rises high. Step through high crescent lunge. Pushing those hips forward. Cactus your arms open wide, using your shoulder blades to open your chest. Arms back overhead. Bring those hands down to frame your right foot. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Move through chaturanga or meet in down dog. From here, left foot rises high. Step through high crescent lunge. Cactus your arms open. On your next exhale, arms come up overhead. Frame your left foot. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Move through chaturanga or meet in down dog. Right foot rises high. Step through high crescent lunge. We're going to add on here. Open up, warrior two. Take up lots of room on your mat. That right knee is over your right ankle, arms out in the T, eyes gaze out over the right fingertips. On your next exhale, transition back into warrior or high crescent lunge. Open your arms up, cactus your arms. Arms back overhead, come down, frame your right foot. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Move through chaturanga or meet in down dog. From here, left foot rises high. Step through high crescent lunge. On your next exhale, transition into warrior two, taking up lots of room on your mat. That left knee is over your right ankle. On your next exhale, transition back into high crescent lunge. Cactus your arms open wide. Arms back overhead. Bring your hands down, frame your left foot. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Move through chaturanga or meet in down dog. From here, right foot rises high. Step through high crescent lunge. Open up, warrior two. We're going to bring our right forearm down to our right thigh. Send that left arm up and over towards the front of the room. You make sure you're using your core and not putting all your weight on that right forearm. Transition back into warrior two. From here, high crescent. Open those arms wide, cactus arms. Arms up overhead. Bring your hands down to frame your right foot. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Chaturanga or meet in down dog. On your next exhale, left foot rises high. Step through. High crescent lunge. On your next exhale, open up, warrior two. Bring your left forearm down to your left thigh, right hand up and over, reaching towards the front of the room. On your next exhale, back into warrior two. From here, high crescent lunge. Open those arms, cactus your arms open wide. Exhale, arms up overhead. Frame your left foot. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Chaturanga or meet in down dog. From here, we're gonna step our feet up towards our hands. Pausing in that forward fold. Half lift. Back to forward fold. Start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna take some balance poses. Bring your weight into your right foot. Imagine your toes are like roots growing into the ground. Bring that left foot up. You can either rest on your ankle, calf, or thigh. Wherever you are is wherever you're meant to be today. Hands can be in branches or in prayer. It's your practice. You decide. On your next exhale, step that left foot back behind you, curtsy squat. Meet me back in mountain pose. Shake it out if you need to. We're gonna set up on the other side. Bring your weight into your left foot. Ground down through all four corners of your foot. Bring that right foot up to either your ankle, calf, or thigh. Hands can be in branches or prayer. If you fall out, just join us back. Focus on a point across the room. Focus on your breath. On your next exhale, step that right foot back behind you, curtsy squat. Come back into mountain. We're gonna bring both hands up overhead and then cactus your arms, opening up your chest. Take a slight back bend if you can. Arms back overhead. We're gonna swan dive down. From here, transition into plank. We're gonna take a breath or two here, keeping a nice tight core, nice flat back. On your next exhale, transition in to down dog. We're gonna bring that right foot up to the sky. And then I want you to take your right knee behind your right wrist, Come in to pigeon pose. That left leg is straight back behind you. Nice proud chest. And fold forward. You can bring your forehead down to rest on your arms in front of you. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention of grounding and what that might mean for you and your life. It might mean that you're connecting with the earth, connecting with those around you. And just breathe. On your next exhale, come back up on your hands. We're going to tuck that back left toe. Send that right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. We're going to move through chaturanga. And meet in down dog. From here, bring that left foot up to the sky. We're going to bring our left knee to the back of our left wrist, coming into pigeon pose on this side. Keep that back right leg long, straight back behind you. Nice, proud chest before you fold forward. Bring your forehead down to your hands and rest if you'd like. On your next exhale, push up with your hands. Tuck those back right toes. We're going to come into three-legged dog. Sending that left foot up to the sky. Move through a chaturanga. And meet me in down dog. From here, we're just going to come down into tabletop position. Bring those legs out to the side. Move your feet. We're going to come. This is just a fancy way to get you on your back. Come down to your back on your mat. Bring your knees to your chest. We're going to take some bridge poses. Bring those feet just below your bottom on your mat. Ground down through those hands. We're going to send our hips up towards the sky, squeezing those thighs together. On your next exhale, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll on down, flat back on your mat. Bring those feet out wide. We're just going to windshield wiper those knees side to side. Again, we're going to set up for bridge pose. Bring those feet to your mat just below your bottom. We're going to send your hips up towards the sky, squeezing those thighs together. If you want to take the bind with your hands, clasp your hands together, make a fist, tuck those shoulders underneath you. Your fist is straight out, reaching down towards your feet as you push your hips up to the sky. On your next exhale, release the bind if you took it. Slowly come on down, nice flat back onto your mat. Bring those feet out wide. We're just gonna windshield wiper those knees side to side. When you're ready, we're gonna bring our feet back just below our bottom. If it's in your practice to take wheel, you can do so. If not, just continue bridge pose. Or if you're just not feeling it today, you can take bridge pose again as well. For those that are going to take wheel, place your hands on each side of your head. We're gonna push on up, squeezing those thighs together, pushing your hips up towards the sky. Breathing those long inhales and long exhales. On your next exhale, tuck your chin, bring it down slowly, one vertebrae at a time, nice flat back. Bring those feet out wide. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Bring your knees to your chest, hug it in. Feel free to take some circles on your low back, or maybe you want to just sway side to side. Whatever feels good for you. From here, we're going to take our hands through our thighs, grab the outside edge of your foot, or use your peace fingers to grab your big toes. We're going to come into happy baby. Pulling those knees down towards the earth. You might want to straighten one leg, maybe the other, maybe both at the same time. Play around here. When you're ready, we're going to bring those knees back into your chest. Give yourself a hug. From here, I want you to send your feet straight up to the sky. We're going to bring our hands to clasp behind our neck and head. Bring those shoulder blades up off the mat. We're going to send our left foot down to hover over our mat and then back up. Right leg down to hover and then back up. We're going to continue this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees back into your chest. Hug it out. Take any movement your body feels like you might need. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. We're going to set up again. So legs, as if you were doing legs up the wall. Keep those feet flexed or toes pointed. It's up to you. We're going to bring our hands to clasp behind our neck and shoulders, bringing those shoulder blades up off the mat. Bring your left foot down to hover over your mat and back up. Right foot down and back up. We're going to continue for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees back into your chest. Hug it out. Take small circles. Come back to your breath. And just because I like groups of threes, we are going to set up one more time. Legs up the wall, shoulder blades up off your mat, left foot down to hover and back up. Right foot down to hover and back up. We'll continue for 8, 7, 6, and 5. We're halfway there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to your chest. Ooh, give yourself a pat on the back. That was some hard work, guys. Hug it out. When you're ready, we're gonna bring both hands behind your thighs. Start to gently roll up and down your spine. Coming into a seated position, take those legs out long in front of you. Find your sit bones. We're gonna bring both hands up overhead and fold forward. We were here at the beginning of class. This might feel a lot different now that we're nice and warmed up. You might be able to take it a little further, or you may not, and that's okay. Our bodies are different every day. Embrace it. On your next exhale, come on up. Bring that left foot in to meet your right thigh. Hands up overhead. Square your shoulders and fold over your right leg. On your next exhale, rise up. We're gonna bring that left hand back behind us, coming up on that left shin. Right arm reaches up and over towards the back of the room. Point that right toe, get a big stretch through the right side body. On your next exhale, come on down. We're gonna switch it out. Left leg long. Right foot into your left thigh. Arms up overhead and fold forward. On your next exhale, come on up. Bring that right hand back behind you. Left hand up and over as you come up on that right shin. Point that left toe. Big stretch through the left side body. On your next exhale, come on down. We're going to bring that left foot in to meet the right. Butterfly. Ground those knees down towards the earth as you sit up nice and straight and tall. We're gonna climb out those hands towards the front of your mat. Stay right here, or if you'd like to come on down to your forearms, you can. On your next exhale, start to crawl your hands back towards your body. From here, we're just gonna scooch down your mat. Coming down onto your back, bring your knees to your chest. Hug your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Send your left leg long down your mat. Keep that left hip planted down on the earth. Come back to your breath. Come back to your long inhales and long exhales. On your next exhale, take your right knee with your left hand and guide your knee over towards the left side of the ground. Your right hand is out in a T position. Eyes gaze out over your right fingertips. Breathing through the twist. On your next exhale, come back to center, both knees back into your chest. We're going to send that right leg long down your mat as you hug your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Keeping that right hip grounded down towards the earth. On your next exhale, guide your left knee across your body with your right hand. We're gonna take your left hand out in a T position. Eyes gaze out over your left fingertips. Using that right hand to push your left knee down towards the earth. On your next exhale, bring it back to center, neutral. Bring those knees in towards your chest. I want you to hug your knees in. Wrap your shins, your forearms around your shins. Hug it in. Give yourself a big squeeze. Bring your shoulder blades up off the mat, your eyes towards your knees. A big inhale. Hug it in, and on your exhale, send your legs out long. We're going to come into Shavasana. Splay your feet out to each side. Place your hands palm down towards the earth for a grounding effect. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Relax your neck. Your neck is long. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Remove your tongue away from the roof of your mouth or the back of your teeth. Soften your eyes behind your lids. Continue your long inhales and long exhales in and out your nose as you lay here in Shavasana. Come back to your intention of grounding. I am grounded. My spirit is grounded deep in the earth. I am calm, strong, centered, and peaceful. I am able to let go of fear and trust that I am eternally safe. I am worthy of all things beautiful. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you wish. But if you're ready, start to point and flex your feet. Roll your ankles, bringing some movement back into your body. Start to roll your wrist. Bring your hands up over your head, reaching your hands towards the back wall and your feet towards the opposite wall. Take a big inhale as you give yourself a nice good morning type stretch. And on your exhale, relax completely. Roll over onto the right side of your body, coming into the fetal position. Keep your knees bent. Let your head rest on your right bicep, keeping your left hand planted down on the earth. Keep your eyes soft as you start to push your way up, coming into a seated position. Keep your hands palm down on your shoulders. Keeping that grounding intention even now. The earth heals us through our feet. We heal others through our hands. I hope you'll keep in mind your intention of grounding off your mat this weekend. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you.